All right, can you guys hear me? If you guys can hear me, just put in a thumbs up on the chat. Just let me know if you can hear me. Can you guys hear me? Hello? All right, great. Meeting hasn't started yet, but it will. The link for where to get the agenda and the details are below. And actually, while we wait, I'll go ahead and show you what their what the meeting website looks like. So for those of you that don't know, my headphones are crapping out for some reason, but for those of you that don't know, um, these guys haven't held a meeting in the past quarter, and that's an issue. And what they did is basically they had a broken Zoom link. They were meeting by teleconference, but the links didn't work. They're supposed to meet about once a month at least. They're not. Those meetings are supposed to be public. And if you can't access them, then the meeting never happened. So we've been filing notices lately. I actually just sent over a notice to the to the DA and the city attorney and the clerk's office, as well as the mayor's office, basically putting them on notice that that yeah, this is a major Brown Act violation. It's one thing to cancel a meeting and provide public notice. It's another to not provide any public notice and claim that you're holding public meetings when you're in fact not, and not provide any remedies for scheduling future meetings to make up for the lost meetings, as well as the fact that you do it for a whole quarter. So that's the issue at hand here. An audit, you can't hear yet because the call hasn't started. The way Microsoft Teams works is basically you get put in a lobby that you wait, and then whoever the meeting organizer is, they admit you. That's how that works. But like I was saying, we just put forward notice to the DA's office, the city attorney's office, the mayor's office, and the clerk's office that this is a repeat issue under the Brown Act. Okay, this is unique to California because not every state actually has an equivalent to the Brown Act. What makes California unique is that Brown Act allows for criminal prosecution. Okay, it's a misdemeanor, but it's right here. When you deprive the public of access to open meetings, that can be, in fact, criminally prosecuted. It is different. In other states, most often than not, the vast majority of the time, it's exclusively just civil suits. That's not the case. It's not the case in California. It is criminal prosecution in addition to civil suits. Oh, you can't hear me. It's faint. That's weird. I just checked it on my phone. It's coming through well on my phone. I don't mean to I don't mean to put you on the spot, Audit, but yeah, I can hear myself really well on the other side. Hopefully you can still hear me though. I've got the mic like right up on my face. It might be an issue. Check to see if your speaker volume might not be cranked too low. Oh, okay. You're on the. Oh, okay, yeah, That's likely what it is. But anyway, what I was saying is criminal charges are possible and completely legitimate and legal through the Brown Act, where basically individuals acting under color of law in their individual capacity that are trying to find the right word for it. They're the custodians responsible for managing the meetings, from scheduling to running to record keeping and the day-to-day operations. Those individuals are the board, and those individuals can be criminally prosecuted. Now the offices, for those of you that don't know, there actually are two offices that handle within the city proper violations of the Brown Act. One of those is actually the mayor's office when it comes to issues concerning the business improvement districts, which is what the EHBID is. They're what's called a deputy economic development officer. from the mayor's office. That's one. That's what's called an administrative relief, where they can be enforcers. Number two is the city attorney's office, where they have the public accountability office. But interestingly enough, number three, doesn't matter that it's not a felony. The DA does have the power through their public integrity office specifically to prosecute wrongdoings of city officials. So whether that be repeated Brown Act violations and beyond. So there's a little lesson for you. And for those of you that don't think this, this stuff is the real important stuff. This right here. The reason being that, okay, the whole goal of this is to file suits. Ultimately, it's to file suits. The more you attend, and especially the more you record, you're showing a record. An absolutely irrefutable record. And while the city officials run roughshod, when you bring it up and you prosecute civil suits under these individuals acting under the color of law, it paints a much different picture than whatever bureaucratic and totally unlawful actions the city officials repeatedly conduct themselves in. And the fact of the matter is, very few actually move forward with it. But in a court of law, this stuff is not, it's not going to go without punishment. I mean, it's so flagrant. It's so obvious. And it's repeated. It shows bad faith. And it's a major problem. The fact of the matter is, this is just, I keep saying this, but these city agencies, from the bids to the neighborhood councils, are super important. They're supposed to be the direct voice, not only of the constituents, but they're the really only avenue to say whatever the city council members do, for example. You can counteract and say, well, what you're saying as a city council member actually is not what we the people agree with at the city level. At the city level. And it's super important. These hearings are very, very important. And the whole goal, okay, the whole goal ultimately is to show repeated bad faith dealings. And we've got tons of evidence for it. And it's not just the neighborhood councils, right? It's bad faith dealings on the side of the CPAB. Just like neighborhood councils are elected, the fact of the matter is the board members that sit on CPABs are also official sworn-in officers. Now, they're not law enforcement officers, but they are sworn-in government officers. And if you're going to have a public agency and you're having public meetings that you're proclaiming to have open to the public, yet you don't have meetings, or you pull a stunt like, for example, a couple weeks ago when the Hollywood CPAB was supposed to be open, yet at the drop of a hat, you change it to close. Each of those board members that sits on that CPAB in their official capacity now is liable in their individual capacity, because in their official capacity, the veil they could hide under is they make a decision under that and they would be protected. But that veil is pierced when you don't give proper notice. Okay. And not only that, when you specifically state that in fact you are supposed to have the meeting publicly and you trash on it. And for those of you that are wondering who that was for the CPAB at Hollywood, that was not just, that wasn't an SLO. That wasn't a senior lead officer. That was a freaking captain. Let me pull him up. That was Heredia. Who's this guy? Him. So you have a captain. You have a captain doing this kind of stuff. You have a captain doing this. Very bold of them. And clearly a captain should and does know better. So again, the veil of what you would normally hide behind is pierced when they go and recklessly act in this fashion. And that's where the liability comes in their individual capacity, right? That's how you get them for these violations in their individual capacity. Anyway, it's now 3. They're supposed to start. As you can see, the meeting has not moved an inch. Still waiting. And again, just to show on their website, special board meeting. Today is April the 15th. Right? That's the link I clicked. Join meeting now. You can see that on the URL there. And then just to verify, what is today's date? There it is. So has anybody else been able to get in? Or is everybody else also still waiting? So I've got my other device here. And that too says still waiting. So I'm going to take the... Oh.
Hello? Can people hear me? Lights are.
There it is.
Hello?
Yeah. Uh-oh.
Officer Roland here.
Why do I have double?
I did.
Do this.
Hold on, people. Oh, shit. Oop.
Yo, Jeff always be having glitches, man, every time. Oh, see, what did I say? There he goes. There he goes. Jeff is gone. Again. Always an issue with him, man. And this dude, oh my god. Every time, oh, I can't even. Oh, is that him? I thought his face looks familiar. I know one of them was a bald guy that okay, so that is him then, yeah. That's all I remember. I remember the guy being bald. I know he was bald and glasses, so this guy.
Hello?
They'll start on their own. They gotta make sure they.
I'm just gonna raise my hand just to make sure. I'm just gonna keep my hand raised. I don't care what anybody says. I'm just gonna keep it raised. For those that are first time, there's a little. It's not as easy to see, but like on the top bar, or if you're on your phone, it should be the bottom bar. There's a little hand icon. I'm gonna check to see if my audio is still correct. All right. So I guess we're just waiting on Jeff. Because as always, Jeff just, for some reason, can't use a computer. I'm gonna type into the chat. There he is. Look at him. Oh my god, Jeff. Come on, man. For my comment, I was just gonna raise the issue that they haven't been meeting for the past quarter, so that was gonna be my general comment, and then we have comments on about 16, 1, 2, 3, no, 15, right? Yep, 15. All right, y'all. Well, you heard it here first. We gotta wait for Jeff. You know, here's the issue I take while we're waiting. I was just taking a look at the agenda. There's supposed to be a field rep here from CD13. Okay. I mean, we have an officer at the very least. We have a rep from LAPD. I will give him that. Okay. There is no CD13 rep. Where is our CD13 rep? Why can't they be bothered to attend a virtual meeting? They don't even have to travel, right? They don't even have to travel. There's no CD13 rep. Done. Okay. No CD13 rep. There's no City of LA rep. Okay. There's no LAFD rep. Why? There's supposed to be a LA County Board of Supervisors rep. I mean, and this is their job to make sure that they show up. So, I mean, where are the rest of the board members? Where are the rest of the board members? It's been almost 15 minutes.
Okay. I think the internet is slow.
Can they hear
Can
you?
people hear me?
This Officer Roland, we can hear you.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I don't know what is going on. I don't know if we have a slow internet or what. So I'm showing 4 people with me. Is there anybody in the waiting room? 2 people. Looks like everybody is in. Okay, so I'm sorry, guys. There was a slight mix-up. My agenda said 3, but the invite was at 3:30. So I'm just going to wait till 3:30 to start the meeting because there's people who are coming at 3:30. So, but all of you are diligent and read the agenda that it starts at 3. So sorry about that.
Told you. What did I say? What did I tell
Can
you?
everybody hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. So, and sorry for the technical issues of this. Okay, so I now have my chat open.
Let them have it, audit. Come on now.
What's that?
Again, with the officer, right? The officer was showing us how you can do it.
Yeah.
Jeff, you'll need to serenade us for the next 15 minutes.
Yes.
Yes, yes, you will.
Do you know any songs? Who wants to volunteer the serenade? Bésame mucho. That's all we know. So, Officer Hernandez.
Officer Hernandez is here with me. It's Officer Roland, sir.
Oh, Roland. Okay.
Hey, sir, how's it going?
Good.
Pleasure
How are
meeting
you? I haven't met you in person yet, but
sir.
welcome. You've been chit-chatting with my front office manager, Giselle, at the hotel.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes,
that's how I got your name. That's how I got your name and number. So, do you know Beitzar here? Beitzar Tomasian?
Hi there, Senator
Hi. Hello.
From Senator
I have yet to.
DeRosa's office?
Senator Durazo's office. Hi there.
Hello.
Yeah. Are you on a timeline or time crunch that?
No, we are not. We are not on the time crunch.
Okay. All right.
We're
Okay.
fully available.
Okay, yeah, so we're most of the board members are coming in at 3:30. I even sent a text reminding them that the board meeting is at 3:30, so they'll all be here at 3:30. It's just that I had used my usual template and forgot to change the meeting time on the agenda from 3 to 3:30. Normally the meetings are at 3 p.m., but we had some people that needed to come a little bit later. So I accommodated, but in the shuffle, I forgot to change the time on the agenda. So please forgive me.
Audit to unmute. You got to click the mic button at the
But a
top.
good
You can
thing we
unmute
did
yourself.
that I did come a little early because I was having technical issues.
That's no problem, sir.
Okay, Kathy, unless you change your name to Sharon Romano.
I'm here. I'm so sorry,
I know you're
guys.
here, yeah. So you read my agenda, but the meeting actually starts at 3:30.
Oh,
I
okay.
I just forgot to change it on the agenda. So all of you people that read everything correctly, kudos to you. So
Okay.
we're just gonna be hanging out, and if anybody wants to serenade us, we've had requests. We're taking requests.
Well, phew, it's just a
Yeah.
relief. What can I say?
Yeah. How you been?
I've been okay. How about you? It's been a while.
It's been a while. I've been busy with all these improvements that we've been doing, and
I
then we had all the
heard.
fires and all. I mean, it was just a constant. Oh,
Yeah, and you were
these
doing
past 3 months were just a whirlwind.
aren't you
It's like
doing some construction too?
I'm doing construction. I'm doing all kinds of things. It's hard to. I'm surprised I'm even here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, Fernando from Passion Landscape speaks highly of you.
Well, they're doing a great job.
Is he doing okay?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think so. I mean, the meetings look good. The only bad part is that 1 month after we finished one median, somebody ran into
I
one of them
know. I
and
know.
broke it all again. So anyway, we have to so that's on the agenda. Anyway,
Right.
we'll get there, but they're looking great. They're looking great.
Good. Well, good.
Yeah. So anyway, we're Burge is in the house. Burge, how you doing, Burge?
Doing great.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody can hear me all right, right? Susanna's here. Mike's us here.
Fear, never fear.
That was fun. Did it start at 3 or 3:30?
3:30.
Okay, good.
No, 3:30. It's my agenda says 3. So we have other people coming in at 3:30. So we're gonna wait. The invite was at 3:30. So my fault. Just need one more for quorum. Lisa's in her office. I think Brad said he's coming in online. That'll make 5, which will make quorum.
I like that. It's direct. I used to.
So it is 3:29. We're still waiting for one for quorum. Everybody can still hear me, right? Is the lights online?
Yep, I can hear you.
Okay,
Hear you.
Kathy can hear me. No, nobody, no board members are online that I can see. No, we're waiting for Brad. Can you text Brad or text Brad? I just need one more. Oh, Brad, we're waiting for you.
It was the same as you had with the students in school and.
Okay. Brad said he was coming, so we can start the meeting. Just can't make any votes until we get to that point. So let's begin the meeting. It's now 3:30. So welcome everybody. My name is Jeff Sarinam. I'm the chair of the East Hollywood Business Improvement District. We're having our first meeting of the year. Sorry for such a delay, but with all the craziness, with the fires and all the construction that we were doing, I was extremely busy. Why is this thing taking notes? Okay, let me stop this thing. Hold on. Excuse me, everybody. Oh, Elias is okay. Now we have quorum. See? More and more people. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. So Elias is in the house. So now we have made quorum. And so anyway, so as I was saying, we were extremely busy with all kinds of different things. I was also sick in the meantime. So anyway, we're here, and so our first meeting of the year. So sorry for all the delays. It's all good, and we're going to be moving on. So we have Susanna in the house. We have Lisa in the house. Elias and Burge, our vice chair, is in the house. So we have quorum. So let's get this party started. So do we want to do other self-introductions? Go ahead.
All right, so I'm brother.
Okay, and then we have Hector, and then
Vice Chair Tomasian, Senator Durazo's office.
I've given her a new title, Empress of Hollywood.
It's very true.
She was known as the Queen of Hollywood, not the Empress of Hollywood. So, and then online, who do we have?
Officer Roland with LAPD Northeast Division. And
Welcome.
Officer Present as well.
Beautiful. And then we have Mona. That is in. Okay, we
Yes,
have,
I'm Mona, thank you.
okay, and then we have, oh, Coulter is online. Beautiful. And we have Brad is just joining us now, one of our other esteemed board members.
Hello.
And we also have Kathy from LABT. So let's get started. So first is our public comment. Who do we have public comment? We have Audit LA. Let's start with Audit LA. Public comment,
Hi,
1
good
minute.
afternoon. Thank you. Good afternoon. I would like to, I'm sorry, I'm here with the tough conversations. I would like to file a formal complaint to you, Jeff, regarding your own bylaw violations. And this is nothing against Susanna personally, but I do believe that Scientology does not deserve a seat at the table because they are not in good standing. They have, currently, the city attorney is filing, criminal charges against them for their debacle with the ADA noncompliance of the planters. They also have, Scientology also has a child bride case against them and also civil RICO cases against them. And so with all that going on, until that's adjudicated, Scientology itself does not should not have any seat where money and all the stuff is being decided on. So I would like to file a formal complaint to you, to the bid, and then whoever is your oversight. I don't know who your oversight is. I think it's the Chamber of Commerce, but I would like to do that. Again, it's nothing personal to Susanna herself. It's the organization. I don't believe they should have a seat at a bid until all these cases are adjudicated. Thank you.
We have the next public comment. Is that Henri?
Yes, hi.
Go ahead, 1 minute.
I just want to raise a official notice and complaint regarding the Brown Act violations for this board not having due process of publicly posting cancellations, as well as following through on sharing said agendas online in a timely fashion, indicating as such. Criminal prosecution is available to individuals on the board for violating the Brown Act. I know we have a representative from the LAPD. I do want you to take this complaint officially on a report, and you can email me at info@filmthepoliceusa.com. I do expect that to be taken, and I do expect an incident ID by the end of the week for a Brown Act violation for the past quarter for this board not meeting as well as not posting meeting notices of cancellation. Thank you.
Okay, next we have Mona.
Good afternoon, board. Thank you for allowing me to speak. I too would like to formally complain about the Church of Scientology being on the bid. We have your policy, your bylaws state that they must own a parcel and they must be in good standing. And between Jane Doe versus Scientology, Jane Doe's versus Scientology harassment and human trafficking, the Haney versus Scientology, which is an SA case, the Baxter Gwain, which is human trafficking, and the city attorney filing all sorts of charges. They are not in good standing. So thank you for the time. Thank you for allowing me to speak.
Thank you very much. Do we have any other public comments? Oh, Burge?
I want to bring to its attention that we've had a major fire on our property not too long ago. Our trash bin was burned. Along with the trash bin, complete shrubbery and plants from the back. We were very close to losing the whole building. Secondly, we have a homeless encampment that's been right in front of 628 North Vermont Avenue. I spoke to Vizer about this and recently I sent her 3 photos right now, and if you received it.
Right now.
This is a belligerent homeless with a dog that lives in there as an encampment that I cannot, none of us can approach him. He has bicycles, he has a dog inside, he sleeps there. He's been camping there for a long time. And I think it's about time something is done about that.
Okay. All right, Burge, thank you. And any other public comment? Hearing none, let's move on. So let's move on to community reports. First up is Carla.
They search prior to the report on that one, so I think right now it's fairly good. There's only 1% left over, maybe. But I know there's some trash left over left on the drove out there, so we'll take care of that. But the area should be clear right now.
It is.
Yeah, good. And then there's also the AT&T encampment. So Mike let me know that there's going to be a care scheduled for next week for that, I believe Wednesday.
Right.
So that's going to be next week. And then I know there's also the Wendy's. There's another encampment there starting. So our team is looking into that to get a schedule for it.
Yeah.
And then get it to the connectivity services.
Right. And then there's another one where the Paul Rodrigo chiropractor used to be. It's in front of that property. And then there's one that we just heard where Burge is. And Brad, is there one in front of the shopping plaza?
You're saying an encampment?
Yeah. I think I saw something the other day when I was driving home.
If it was there the other day, I'm not sure, but I know that it's tied in kind of with the recycling center. Every time the recycling center's open, you know, you'll see some people hanging around and sleeping there overnight and stuff.
Right, right. Okay. So that is there so enough shelter beds opened up that that's where they're going?
But we're scheduling like our camps, things like that in the area, but we can dive into the exact details. I can learn more about that. But right now we're working with different providers and things like that. No new beds have opened up necessarily, but we're able to work with.
But the one in the old church on Sunset, that's fully functioning, right?
Yes.
Yeah. What's it called?
Jan Clayton's.
Jan and Clayton Center.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Any other updates?
Tree trimmings right now, so we actually gave discretionary funding for tree trimmings in the district. So far that's gone to the northeast side with the funding that we have, but we're seeing with how many lists we have, how many locations, if we could do more. So if there's any requests for tree trimming that hasn't been filed, let's see. Feel free to send those my way and get them on the list. Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. Any other questions for Carla?
Yes, I have questions.
Down is also working?
Yes, yes, it's the same one as the Jan Clayton Center, so it's ran by Volunteers of America, so.
Got it.
Yeah, so it's open and I think all beds are closed right now.
Okay, we have a question from online, from Audit LA. Go ahead.
Yes, hi Carla. As you know, there's been a lot of community outrage over the sound levels when Scientology uses its woofers and has its sound equipment, but they are not required to have an LAPD permit, which would monitor it because they're, a religious institution. And so, but there's even another religious institution who's begged them to say, please, allow us to have we want 1 hour of quiet for their meditation, and Scientology would not do it. So there's so much conflict within just their own neighbors that are at their wits' end. And I know you know that this is true. And what are you doing to mitigate their concerns, especially with the loud levels? And there's so many more things I could go about. Or do they have the proper permits for the removal of the smokestack? Are they they're doing some internal stuff? Like, who is monitoring what's going on? Because Scientology does not feel it needs to comply with laws, rules, anything. And that's been proven over and over and over again. Thank you.
LAPD permit, so that's something that our office isn't necessarily monitored so much, but we, when it comes to those concerns, we tell folks if there is an excessive noise to call LAPD to follow the proper protocols. But when it comes to like permitting, things like that, it's done through LAPD.
Yeah, the noise enforcement specifically, I goes through LAPD. I know resources are stretched, but we do ask folks to generate calls to make sure that when it's filed, the PD can have that to go investigate. And we will we've had some conversations with neighbors about excessive noise and things like that. And so we always encourage collaboration to make sure that folks are.
All right, any other questions for Carla? Hearing none, we'll move on to neighborhood prosecutor. I don't think they're online. LAPD officer Roland, you're up.
Yes, sir.
Any reports for us?
Yes, I got a couple, sir. Good evening, everybody. It's Officer Roland at Northeast Division. I want to start out with some of the stats for the last month. We were able to pull some up. For aggravated assaults, we had 8. For burglary, we had 3. GTA 2. BFMBs 7.
What's the BFFB?
Burglary for motor vehicle. Someone breaking in the vehicle. Excuse me.
Okay. All right.
Theft 14. Grand theft person, meaning pickpocketers. We had a slight increase, 25. Vandalisms 8, and then weapons, meaning arrest, guns, 2. As far as to address the grand theft person, mainly it's been happening at the Akbar. I met with David, a manager there, and we discussed some protocols. We also got some leads on who may be doing this, so we're actually working that case right now. But mainly the grand theft persons have been happening at the Akbar.
Akbar, that's a little bar right above Santa Monica. Is that?
It's going to be
Sunset
Fountain right there, sir, on the southeast corner.
Okay. I got my bars mixed up.
Then, just to discuss some of the encampments, Jeff, well, I've been also working some of the encampments I've been working is mainly Vermont Place and Vermont Avenue.
Right.
We were able to work with the CD13. They did a care cleanup. today, so I went past there. It looked pretty clean today.
No,
and
it was. I walked by it today and it was amazingly clean. So thank you for all that. Thank you for all
No
your
problem,
hard work. Right, sorry.
Yes. Officer Hernandez, I wanted to.
Roland.
Sorry. I wanted to ask, is there any way possible Northeast can host a Coffee with the Cup event that the Hollywood division hosts on the other side of town? They just had one with the neighborhood, businesses came out and the residents came out. I think it would be beneficial to have one here on the East Hollywood side with Northeast. Happy to facilitate a location. We have several places on Vermont that have just opened up that would be happy to host it.
yes, that
That's-
sounds good. Let's go ahead and look at some tentative days. I'll email you, and then we could set a date, and then we could go ahead and do that. That sounds amazing. I'm definitely interested on doing that.
Okay, Figaro on Vermont will host the event. The Figaro Cafe.
Wonderful. I like that place.
Well, yeah, we'll definitely get back, and then I'll be in contact with Jeff, and then we could discuss a time and place for all that, and we'll come out with the flyer, and we could distribute it within the community.
Great, thank you.
Perfect. Any other questions for Officer Roland?
I have some.
Yeah, I've got one too. You can go first.
Okay, Audit LA, go ahead.
Thank you, officer. Nice to meet you. I have a question because I talked to your captain. I'm trying to find out because according to the CASP report, which I would love for you to read, the L. Ron Hubbard Way does not look like it's legitimately a no parking street, yet it's enforced as one. The signs placed there look like they were placed fraudulently. And I would like, and he said he's going to check into it. Do you have any word yet? Because if not, that street, there's a lack of parking. There's 3 hospitals, there's a metro. And as much as I know that Scientology would love to have its own compound, they do want a street vacation. They're getting a de facto street vacation of some sort with the endless permits and, with having a no parking, that people need parking. I've had Kaiser nurses come up to me, thanking me for what I'm doing to advocate for the community against the abuses. And why is it not opened up to street parking? Can you please look into it? And if you cannot find proof that it's no parking, like legitimate from the city, because no one can prove that so far, then please open it up and stop giving people tickets for or allowing tickets to be given for no parking. Thank you.
I can give a little bit of history on this. Back in the 90s, when John Ferraro was the councilman, he vacated that street and designated it as L. Ron Hubbard Way. And that's how they have that street as L. Ron Hubbard Way and part of Scientology. If you're going to want to change that, they're going to have to go back, revisit that with CD 13 and see what they have to do.
It is not vacated. That is not true. They changed the name only.
All right, Henri?
Yeah.
Okay,
Am I
so-
saying that correctly?
Yep.
Henri?
Okay.
Okay.
I just have a question for Officer Roland. So, I just want to
Go ahead.
see if he has any update on why Captain Heredia unlawfully closed down the CPAB meeting. And I personally spotted him about 20 minutes after the meeting. I hung around the building there at the rec center over at the Hollywood division, and I saw them take down the sign. Claiming that the CPAB meeting was only open to board members, when in fact they didn't provide a notice as such. And like I said, I saw him, and I just want to see if you have any update from LAPD on why they violated the law on not publicly posting on why the CPAB was closed off.
Hey, Jeff, can I answer that question real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I mean, sir, thank you for your question. We will have that's going to be Hollywood division. You'll have to direct your question to the captain over there. We're LAPD Northeast Division, sir. So we have no knowledge of their CPAB meeting.
So were you talking about the rec center on Fountain in Hollywood, Henri?
Yeah, it's at the Hollywood station.
Yeah, we're northeast over here, so that's a different division. So we're northeast and Rampart. So we actually have Hollywood, but they end at Normandy, but the bid is not in the Hollywood division because the bid doesn't go to Normandy. So for this particular meeting, it's only northeast and Rampart. And Officer Roland is with northeast. Okay.
Thank you.
All right, moving on. David said he was going to come from the mayor's office. I don't see him online, but we'll move on. I don't think there's anyone else here. Oh, Bitsar. Bitsar's report.
We continue the Caltrans cleanups on the 101, but on Friday, April 25th, we had Caltrans District 7 pick East Hollywood as their Earth Day cleanup location. And it is not specifically on Vermont, but it's in the East Hollywood area going all the way to Western. And I have some flyers here, and we're looking for some volunteers who would come out and help us for cleanups East Hollywood on Earth Day, April 25th. I will email all this to you guys, and hopefully you all can join us to help clean up East Hollywood.
I would come, but I'll be away.
Okay.
I'll be in Europe. So
I mean, the good news is the entire Caltrans District 7 picked East Hollywood for their
because we're special.
Yes.
Well, or it could be, you could take it the other way. Are we dirty? Are we excessively dirty or something?
We're like who pulled them into this?
Yeah. Okay. All right. We'll take it both ways. All right. We'll take it. Okay. Coulter, I saw Coulter. Coulter, are you online? I see Coulter's note taker, but I don't know if that's you're there, but I guess not. All right. So Kathy, now we go into the meeting. First agenda item is LABT, Los Angeles Beautification Team. They take care of all of our trash pickup in the East Hollywood bid, and they do all of our watering and pressure washing and things like that. So Kathy, do you want to give us a report?
Sure. Hi, everybody. I kind of turned in my reports, and we're doing the usual. Average is 700 bags and sometimes more. Cleanup is kind of, it's the ongoing job of the city, right? That's what we do.
Right.
I don't have anything particular. I know that
all of your reports are in the Dropbox. So
okay.
For everybody to see, and there's lots of pictures and reports there on number of bags and all that. Is there anything that you've seen that you want to bring to our attention? Anything special that
no, we are looking, we saw exactly what you guys saw. Some of the medians had got hit by a car. There's been some damage there. I'm glad that Fernando was working with you guys to do those improvements. I'm assuming he's still kind of watering, and at some point we're kind of overlapping, and we'll make sure that those are cared for as well. Right. I don't have anything new other than to tell you that I'm actually retiring. And this is, yeah, so I only have about 2 more weeks here, and we are in the process of hiring someone new. So you'll have a new person attending. I don't know if it will be by Zoom but I would like for them to come at some point. They got to meet this very special group that we work with. That would be awesome. Right. But yeah, just wanted to kind of give you my heads up that I am.
Well, bittersweet news there.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I'll be following you soon.
I kind of.
I want to follow you soon.
I think you're kind of a workaholic. You got your hands in everything.
Well, that I do. I know. That's why I want to get out. I'm with you.
Anyway.
Take me, please.
Well, I will. If there's anything before this transition time where I have a new person coming in, I'm hoping I'll be able to introduce them. I don't think I'll be here for the next meeting, but if there's something specific that I can help communicate to our new employee, please shoot me off an email as I try to introduce them to all the things that HBT does. Right. I want to make sure I'm leaving them with some good instructions. So if there's something specific with new projects that you're doing or something a key area that you want us to keep an eye on, I would appreciate it, because as training somebody else, I know I can forget a few things. So if there's something specifically in doing reports, if there's something that you want me to focus on, please let me know. That's the main thing.
No, beautiful. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Okay.
I do have one question. What happened with that graffiti renewal, the contract? Was that renewed?
We just, it was due April 21st. We actually just finished our application to OCB yesterday. We just put it in. And it is, we have some budget cuts. There is a lot that goes with that. Yeah, there's been a lot of budget cuts. I'm sure everybody's been dealing with budget cuts. We're hoping to retain the same amount of staff that we have. I guess, I don't know if you've heard or the word is out, the city put a whole new 311 program together for when calling in. That is a mega beast, to say the least. It's nothing like the 311 program that we had before. We're currently still in training on how to use this, because it's all new, and it's not just city programs.
Is it all new in a positive way, or I'm not?
It should be. The truth is, the way that it's designed, it should be really efficient. The problem is, it works really great for sanitation and for other city services. The CBOs on ours were kind of like the last minute conversation, and so and I don't want to speak ill of this new program, because it is designed well. It's just that they didn't really contact any of the CBOs to kind of say, what do you need? How is this program going to look for you? So we're stepping into something that was created for a city and not just narrowed down to graffiti and cleanups and how we communicate with each other. So we're among many CBOs that are frustrated with the new system, but we see its value. It's just the interim time. There's going to be a lag, which is unfortunately we're supposed to turn over and paint out graffiti within 72 hours, but we've been held back by just the levels of new passwords, new emails. There's 101 things. I could say a lot. I'm going to be kind, and I'm going to make sure that everyone understands that it's going to be a little bit for a response from the graffiti abatement crew to really respond to those 311 calls, because the IT people are still working out all of that information. So,
got it. Yeah, got it.
But thank you for asking.
I had a little bit of technical difficulties myself with Ramp LA. So,
yes.
Anyway, that's another discussion. Anyway, thank you, Kathy, and
keep your fingers crossed for us.
Yeah. I do, and Sharon is okay. I haven't seen Sharon in a while. She's still there, right?
She's there. She's plugging away. She's still her old self, and
give her my best.
Okay.
Give her my best, please.
I will.
Okay, very good.
Thank
you, Kathy.
Thank you.
Lisa.
Yes.
Minutes.
Did everybody read the minutes?
We diligently read the minutes. I know
I got
Bert.
a shaking head and a nodding head. Can I get a motion to approve the minutes and a second?
I'll do a motion to approve the minutes.
All right. Elias, second. Without objection, the motion passes. Okay, moving right along. I put a screenshot of the receivables that we have from the bid portal so far. Mind you, it's only 79,000, but being that April 10th was the deadline for all the money to be coming into the county, that number should be going up significantly. So I'm expecting to be around, in the next within the next month to be around, I don't know, 160, 170,000. No, this is what's due from the county. I haven't billed them yet, so I'm going to wait a little bit for the April 10th has not been accounted yet. Correct. So I'm expecting about 160, 170, something in that ballpark. So that's in your Dropbox. Also in the Dropbox is the financial statements, so the income statements for for year ended 2024 is in the Dropbox, and the 3 months for January, February, March are there, as well as the balance sheet. So as well as copies of all the bank statements, check register, check detail report, and so that's all there. So we're doing good. All bills have been paid. Every bill that I have received has been paid, but and we have more money coming in. So do we have a motion to approve the financials?
I'll make a motion to approve the financial.
And Lisa seconds. Without objection, the financial reports are approved. Moving right along. So this is an important one. You know, as every year, as we come to a close, we have to file the report for the new assessments for the upcoming year. And we're, according to our management district plan, we can increase our assessments up to a maximum of 6% per year. While 6% might sound a lot, it's not really that much. It comes to about $20,000 for the year for the bid. And with inflation and all that, we have ever increasing expenses and prices do go up. So in order for Wilden, who's our consultant, to do all the math and figure out what the report to submit to the county so that they can put it on the next tax roll, we have to submit that by end of May. So, but we need to have a motion, an official motion that we're increasing it by 6% or less, you know, but that's always been our plan, is to increase it by 6 by the maximum.
Is this going to be taken by the property?
I haven't heard from, I mean, we've done it every year since the inception of the bid, that 6%. It really, you know, there's 129 parcels that pay into the bid, Burge, and, you know, 100, you know, you take 20,000 divided by 129 parcels, it's not really that much of an increase. So
Is it an annual increase?
it's an annual increase. In total, it's 20,000. No, I know.
Like you as a property owner, it impacts me quite a bit.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
When was the last increase?
Huh?
When was the last increase?
Last year. We increased it last year by 6%. So, so we have to give them, we have to have it for the minutes, and then I have to give us a copy of the minutes to Wilden so that they take it to the county. So, yeah. So anyway, 129. 129.
The property owner.
But it's you just don't take 20,000 divided by 129. It's every part, you know, so the bigger parcels, they pay a little bit more.
Oh,
The smaller parcels,
it's $155.
correct. Yes. I mean, all in all, it's you know, the smaller parcels would pay less than 155. So, and the larger parcels, Kaiser would be paying probably the most. Okay. It might BK you guys. I don't know. But anyway, so anyway, do we have a motion to increase the assessment by 6%?
Maybe we have to do it, right? It's not like any other way around.
Well,
I'll support it.
okay. So I'm hearing a motion from Elias. Well, Lisa will second by Lisa. Oh, you don't want to make it. You don't want to make it. I'll make the motion then. Lisa makes the motion. I'll second Lisa's motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Burge? Abstain. Okay, motion passes.
And the government employees, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Bryce. Okay, so we've done that. Something just buzzed. Okay. All right. Was it December or was it before? No, it was before December.
It was before December.
Before December, we this time we agreed to put up streetlights, pretty much the same kind of streetlights that you see up in Las Feliz, which we paid a deposit. I think the contract was 50%, and Frankie, what was his last name? Frankie Morales. Oh, I have his name right here. Submitted all the paperwork, and then we got a, was it Bureau of Street Lighting or Bureau of Engineering came back and says we have to update our policies or whatever. And then Hector, you came in and you said you would be working on it, so that's why I put your name on the agenda. So it's now a year later. What do you have for us?
So
our street lights are still not up, as you
know. We're having a few BSL just to share with the group. They're a little strapped on a number of fronts, but this is something that, like you said, it's like you're willing to pay for it. You just need them to give the green light. The last conversation I had with them, they're like, we're almost at that point of like finalizing the permitting, and so following up with them again to just be like. Yeah, so I did message Frankie messaged me earlier today, and I'll get back to him this week. Just hopefully they're gonna get some sort of.
It's been a year. How long does it take to greenlight a street light project? They're just string lights, right?
And it's just permanent. They're not even doing it.
They're not even doing it. They're not even doing anything. It's just we just need a, I don't know what they give you. Do they give you a stamped piece of paper?
I think so, yeah. It's the full usage fees, and I think I think a lot of that stuff's being revised right now. Like a lot of different types of fees, just broadly in the city, are being revised right now because we have an upcoming budget crisis coming up, and then also a lot of like on Friday. Sanitation presented about doing the single home trash collection fee that went up.
Yeah.
$100 per hour.
Right.
So it's like, okay, and that's, because the city was subsidizing the cost of those kinds of things. So I think broadly the city's kind of, and that makes time, like trying to see where maybe some fees aren't keeping up with inflation, aren't keeping up with other fees, and trying to visit that. Same with like the when we do the assessments similar to the assessments for the bid, but also the assessments for like street lighting district when they're created, when we put up new street lights, same thing, they haven't kept up with inflation, and last time we updated was like 17, 20 years ago. So like the department's trying to like, I think, tackle all of those at the same time.
Right.
Broadly speaking. And so this is one of those that like is on the list of things to be reviewed, but hasn't.
No, I get it. You see, Burge, that's where our 6% is going. It's going into the increased fees for street lighting permit. No, that's why we have to increase the thing to pay the increased cost of the permit. All right. She was. So, all right. So, when will you be hearing back? Is there? I don't want to put your feet to the fire, but Lisa, when should Lisa call you to get an update?
Yeah, because I would like to see them before
You can
fall.
call me anytime, but I can say Friday.
Friday, Lisa.
We really want them for the holidays.
Lisa, this is in your wheelhouse.
Yes. We never got anything for last holidays. No.
Burge really wants to. He's been asking me for lights for forever. Hector, forever. We want to have holiday lights.
A great beautification box.
Yeah. So anyway, we like to get those done. All right. Okay. Lots of safety. Yeah. Not only is it beautiful, but it's also brings more light and more safe for the area. Anyway, also last meeting we approved the new trash receptacles, the bigger, beefier, non-burnable, non-destructive trash cans. So Burge, the ones that you got burned again in front of your place. So this one there won't be any plastic. There won't be. So I pay the deposit, 50%. They tell me that end of May they should be arriving. So let's shoot for June. No one ever keeps their promises. So I'm expecting them to be delivered to the hotel around June. We'll stage everything there, and then we'll have either LABT or Fernando Passion Landscaping remove the old trash cans, dispose of them, and install the new beefier lockable trash cans with our logo engraved in them, so they can't rip them off like they did last time. Man, so much engineering goes into trash cans, Bitsar. Did you know this?
You should run documentation.
Okay. Another update was last meeting, we contracted Passion Landscaping to prune all of our trees up and down Vermont, which they dutifully did. They look great. I don't know if you guys saw that. Just giving you an update there. So that project was completed. Moving on to item number 9, we also approved $118,000 to redo all of our medians. That was all completed, all the 6 medians, all of the irrigation was torn up because of all the different accidents and whatever. We replaced all the landscaping, put all new irrigation in, replaced any trees that were missing. So that was all done, and that was all paid. Unfortunately, about as Kathy was saying, about 3 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago, a car drove right into the median on between Lexington and Fountain, and they destroyed the cage where the irrigation is, and so we have to fix all that again. So anyway, I got a quote for that. I'll be talking about that in another item down below. So anyway, so that was done. The tree stumps in front of Kaiser, they were all removed and new trees were put in. So that project was completed as well. They look great. I don't know if you saw them, but
I did.
they're there. So that was done. Just an update on that. The next one was, so now the new stuff. So all the new stuff. So I asked, I said, okay, I told Fernando's the guy that he's in charge of Passion Landscape. I said, Fernando, is there any more missing trees? And I said, because we only counted the trees north of Sunset that were missing, and those were the 4 with the missing tree stumps. We also wanted to see how well he was as a contractor, because he was a new contractor. And I have to say they did great work, and they did it on time, and they did it efficiently, and I had really no problems. He would call me 10 times a day, but that's a different story. But I mean, which is good. I mean, they followed through and they did the work. So I said with that, I said, well, how many more trees are missing from Vermont? And he counted 11 on Vermont. So if we wanted to replace all of those, it would cost $16,000 to do all of that. But that also includes irrigation for 3 months, as well as putting in the boxwood plants which is what we're transitioning to from the lilies. The lilies don't hold up as well, but the boxwood plants are a lot hardier and a lot easier to shape. So they'll look a lot nicer. So so do we want to do that? Do we want to replace the trees that are missing? They were either not torn down, but they were either toppled over, cars ran into them. I know that there was a big one here in front of LACC where the wind one day, it was one of the big pine trees that just fell over, but the tree was never replaced. So it would be replaced with the Australian willows.
So that is the tree that does not have the roots that it
Correct.
handle that break the sidewalk.
Correct. Yeah, and they don't grow, to be, I don't know, how tall are those pine trees? 100 feet tall or something? And they're easy to prune, and they're a lot easier to take care of, and they don't destroy the sidewalks or anything like that. So
Let's do it.
you want to do it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll make a motion to do
All
that.
right. So
Do you take public input for this? Sorry, Jeff, to interrupt, but is there any public input for these kind of things before you vote, or no?
sure. Do you have something to say about planting trees?
I do. Sorry, it's
Okay.
not all just Scientology. Yes, I know there's like a push to kind of do California native drought resistant. And I just want to know, are you guys kind of trying to do that? And if not, why not? Because I think there should be a push for that. Like there has been systemically in the city to do that. So just wanted to put that out there. Thank you.
Yeah, no, great question. The Australian willow is a drought tolerant plant. This is a tree that we went through extensive research and back and forth with the Department of Urban Forestry, maybe 10 years ago. Was it 10 years ago when we replanted all the trees? And that was the tree that was approved for this street. So all of the things that you're talking about, this is the tree. It hits all the marks, and that is the tree that we have uniformly on Vermont, which is, there are two trees. One of them is a Chinese pistache, and the other one is an Australian willow. And those are the only trees that we plant. And they have to also conform when you plant the tree. It has to be, I forget the term, where it doesn't have multiple trunks. It just has one trunk. So the city is very particular on what kind of tree we put in the tree well. So we have all kinds of specs for these trees. So and we follow them diligently. They're great, and they don't break the sidewalks, as Susanna has said. Henri, do you have something to say about trees as well? Hello? No?
Nope, I'll pass.
Okay. Do we have a second? Did anybody second? Burge, did you second? Do you want a second? Okay, next one. Elias, do you second? Who seconds the trees? Okay, without objection, the motion passes. Okay. Elias second. Elias seconded. All right. Moving right along. Oh, the Parkway project. Burge. I told you I was going to put it on the next agenda, and here it is.
And I was hoping to get it done before I pass now.
You're not going to pass. Okay, it's here. It's here. It's here. It's on the agenda. Yeah, you're going to see it. If we approve it, are you going to make the motion for it? So this is the Parkway project that has been on the books for 6 years. I think it's been longer.
One of the medians.
We sacrificed one of the medians to right.
In order to do this, look how long it took.
Right.
For us to even.
Correct. No, you're absolutely right. I mean, so the funds are there, and that's why it's on the agenda. So, so the cost for that, and the other thing was, COVID happened in between, and then we had the back and forth with the architect, and then we had the back and forth with funding, and then we had to find a contractor, a reliable contractor to do it, which we found. And so I said, give me a price to do it, and it came out to be, now this is both sides, right? A lot of the Parkway is there already, especially on the other opposite side of you is already there. So they're going to be cleaning all that up and fixing all that up. And so it's $89,030.35. So
Does that include again?
that includes the parkways, the boxwood, planting the trees, irrigation, watering for 3 months, all that stuff, So according to the plans that we got approved years ago.
When did it get started?
I'll tell them to get started right away. Do I hear a motion? First motions to do the Parkway project that he's been waiting for $89,000, and is part of your motion to make sure it happens before you pass out? Which you're not going to happen. It'll happen. So who seconds? Susanna seconds. She wants to see it happen too. Okay, without objection, Parkway project is approved.
Burge has been here since the 80s.
Burge has been here forever. I love Burge. Okay. Now these are going to happen over time, but I'll prioritize that one. The next one is, which one is this now? This is this is to fix the landscaping for the one damaged by the vehicle on between Fountain and Lexington. And then I was talking to these guys to Ferdinand and his partner, I said, how do we prevent this from happening again? And he was thinking about it. He says, well, we can put 2 boulders on each side of the median. He said the boxwood would eventually cover it so that you don't see it. But if a car is going to go head on into the median, the boulders will prevent it from continuing down the median and tearing down all the trees and tearing down all of the irrigation systems. I said, well, that sounds. I said, why didn't we do this before? So I said, okay, give us a bid to do that on all of the medians. And so that came out to be, so there would be 4 boulders at the end of each median for a total of 24 boulders, and also to fix the irrigation on that one median. So that came out to be $25,457. So do we have a motion to do that?
Make a motion.
Okay, Burge makes a motion. Do we have a second?
I'll second.
Susanna seconds. Without objection, we have spent another $25K.
Yeah, because
We're spending a lot of money, which is what we're supposed to be doing with this money. Right. Okay, so okay, next on the agenda, we have also on Vermont and Vermont Place, and Officer Rowland and Carla were talking about it, that we have the huge encampments over there, and they tore out all of our trees, all of our landscaping, and we had more fires and things like that, but we're going to keep an eye on it. So to fix all of that was $39,532. The bid is expensive, huh? All this damages. Okay, so do we have a motion to do that?
I'll make a motion.
Susanna makes a motion. Do we have Elias seconds? Without objection, we spend another $39K. That's it for the money, guys. I mean, I think that'll take care of us for the rest of the year. I won't do it all at once. We'll stagger this as time goes by. Okay, so that takes care of all the money funding things. Okay, next on the agenda, we have the progress update from the city clerks transitioning from the chamber to our own corporation. Believe it or not, that's still in the works. And I don't know who was talking about having the challenges, the technical challenges. I was having the technical challenges. So the city came up with this new Ramp LA. I mean, no, this Angelino account. Is that new or something? I mean, we were having all kinds of issues. Transition, yeah. So I had to sign 2 forms, which was an anti-slavery form and a what was the other one? It was a
That's the one I remember, though,
border wall, the border wall, that we wouldn't have spent any money on border wall. And I said, and you had to do it through Ramp LA. You had to do it through, which I'd never worked with before. They said, okay, but you have to sign up with our new system called Angelino. And I did all of that, and this process took 4 or 5 months to get it finalized. I said, just give me a support person, or can I just give you the paper? It's just 2 forms. No, it has to go through Ramp LA. I'm like, okay. So finally it got done, I know, 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago.
What is Ramp LA?
What is Ramp LA, Hector? Yeah,
it's an online site where you had to file those forms.
I had to file these forms, and it just took forever for that to be, like Kathy was talking about this new system. I mean, I like the 311 app. I think it's great. But apparently maybe on the back end they have some new, maybe that is the Angelino that they have to log into. So the city updated their systems where they want to have one login for all of their different systems. Do I have this right?
Yeah, that's right. When I first heard about it was during COVID, when a lot of people were like getting when there was a lot like the financials going to people and things like that. It was like registered through the Angelino account, was
right,
centralized.
Right.
Expanding that. So now,
right,
through my daily 301, through the new revamp from 2 weeks ago, you have to have an Angelino account to submit.
Right. But here's the irony. So I signed up with my bid email account and nothing would go through. And I would try and I would go back and they would scratch their heads. And then I tried another email account that didn't do. And I'm like, God, I mean, what do I have to do? So they said, use your hotel account. That one went through. I'm like, I never signed up for Angelina for my hotel account. Why should I? I mean, it doesn't make any sense, but anyway, it went through. So I don't know what they did on the back end, but they made it go through. So but that took 4 or 5 months, right? So, anyway, hopefully I haven't heard back. So they were going through the approval process for all those forms. I don't know what it is, but still waiting. Renee Astor Rega or something. I don't know. Something like that. Okay, well that concludes our, oh no, I have one more. So I got a notice from the Santa Monica, Vermont apartments. What's it called? The official name for those? The ones here on by the metro?
Yeah, I couldn't tell you the name.
You don't know? Yeah. Well, I know it's Little Tokyo Service Center, but the actual name for it, I don't know. I didn't see the name, but I mean that project has been in the works for at least 11 years, 12 years maybe. I remember them coming to us a long time ago. They came to the neighborhood council, presented, they came to the plum, and it's finally opening. They're actually open. They're 40% full already.
We have students who filled out their accessible housing.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago.
Yeah. And actually one of my trustees on the sign trust, Brian Lane, he's the architect for that place. And I just saw him the other day hiking up to the Hollywood sign. And I said, I'm coming to the grand opening on June 11th. He goes, yeah, we're having. I said, is it open? He goes, yeah, it's open. We're already 40% filled up to capacity, but a lot of the people that filed, this is probably what you don't know, is that a lot of the people that filed for the housing, they're making too much money now, so they don't qualify to go in. So anyway, the event is on June 11th. I put the invite in your Dropbox, so if you can RSVP for that, please try to make that. I think it's a cool project, and I'm looking forward to see it. I don't know about the parking. You can park with me, Birch. I won't charge you. You can park at the hotel and walk across the street. Huh?
As a whole.
As a whole, is there parking? I don't know. I don't know anything about the project. I mean, is there underground parking?
I drove past.
Uh-huh.
You see there's underground parking.
Yeah, so that whole area there, and then the other project, which is to the east of that one, next to the Arco station, that one has a name on it. It's called the Jaden Project. Huh? The one that used to have the Union swap meet. Remember that one? So that one's built by Jameson Properties, Jamie Lee. So that should be opening soon as well. And then there's another project to the west of this project, this Sunset Vermont, and that should be opening up soon too.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of new construction. And is that the Skylar apartment?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one is.
The one on New Hampshire, yeah. So those are all in the bid. And so when those are finished, I think the assessments will also increase. And so we might get a little bit more funding from that. That's just an FYI. Okay. Any new or old business? Anything I didn't include on this agenda, this super long agenda?
Should we do something on addressing those cracks in the sidewalk? I know we talked about it before. Item for future
65.
on the sidewalks that are like the tripping hazards and stuff.
Well, we did do all the shavings. Remember that we took out that, but there are some areas that are cracked that you say. Let me finish these projects. Let's finish these projects. We could talk about 6 months and let me finish these construction projects and then we'll talk about that and see if we have any money left over. So I have tentatively put June 17th as our next meeting date. Does that work for everybody? Subject to change, just an FYI, subject to change, I might get sick or something,
So next, sorry.
Not next month. May is June. June 17. Speak up now or forever hold your peace. Is it the day after Father's Day?
Tuesday after Father's
Yeah.
Day.
All right. All right. Okay. Yeah. Good. Everything good? Burge, does it work for you? Okay. Okay. Very good. So I'm keeping that day for now. Location TBD, but it's usually here at LACCF. Thank you, Lisa, for hosting. And anything else for the good of the order? This party is adjourned. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Brad.
At what time is the cleanup?
All right. Well, there you go. That's that. That's all I got. And yeah. Made a couple reports here. No. How I gotta do it. Alright. I got nothing else. I'm gonna cut it off here. See you guys next.